friends, welcome back to the crafting table. This will be a tutorial on how to use the Smart Heat Transfer Vinyl, which is also the same as Iron-on vinyl using the Cricut Maker 3. All tools and materials will be linked down below, and the Smart materials are compatible with these machines listed on the screen. And for other Cricut machines, I'll link below in the description box for tutorials on other Cricut models. And for personal device compatibility, I'll also have a link for that in the description box. Just a heads up, I am using Bluetooth for the first time in this video. Okay guys, let's craft and see how it goes. Okay, we're about to craft up this sweatshirt, everybody. I saw this at Costco and really loved it. It's super soft. You can also get blank tops at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Okay, so now that we have our top, I'm going to go into Cricut Design Space to get our design. So let's get right in there. Once you're in Cricut Design Space, you'll hit New Project, and it brings up this grid line screen. I'm going to search images here in the bottom left, and it brings this main image screen up. You can search anything here. So I'm just scrolling through. I kind of like this one, the Good Vibes. So I'm going to check the image set. And I passed it up, but I came across this cute image, Trust the Process, and I clicked on it and pressed insert, and now it's in my design space. And I'm going to change the color clicking that black dot, and it brings this screen up. So I'm going to click on the white and then apply. This is because my vinyl is white and I want to get an idea of what the design is going to look like. I'm going to try something else, so I'm going to search up fonts, and I didn't realize it, but you're not supposed to type that there. So I'm trying again. I'm searching fonts, and I came across this really cute one, Alexis-Emma Ray. This is where you're supposed to type your text. And apparently I can't spell either. So again, I'm just going to change the color to white on this since my vinyl is white, so I can see what this one looks like, and I really liked it. So I'm just going to resize it, and I'm doing this on my iPad, but it may look a little different on desktops or laptops. After I'm finished choosing and sizing my design, I'm ready to turn on my Cricut, and I'm ready to cut my design out on the vinyl. So now at this point, I'm going to press Make It, and the Cricut is going to tell me what to do. So on this screen, I'm going to be selecting Without Matte for Cricut Smart Materials only, since I am only using Smart Materials on my Cricut Maker 3. Without a matte, Smart Materials are only compatible with the Cricut Joy, the Cricut Maker 3, and the Cricut Explore Air 3. Any older models, you would have to use a matte. Once I choose that option, it comes to this screen. It's just details about your cut, and this is when I realized I forgot to delete the other image. So I'm just going to go back. I'm going to find that image and delete it. Just click on it, and you click the X on it, and it deletes it for you. So I'm going to go back to Make It, choose Without Matte, and I'm back to this screen. When you're on this screen, this is very critical and important for Iron-on only. You always want to select Mirror for Iron-on this screen. So right here is where it is and what it looks like. I'm just turning Mirror on before I cut. This allows the vinyl to transfer correctly. So now we're going to hit Next. Since I'm using Bluetooth for the first time, I'm selecting my Maker 3. And then on the next screen, we are just going to select the type of material that we are using. We are using Smart Iron-on vinyl, so we're going to select that. This screen tells you how to prepare your Cricut machine for cutting. I don't need a mat for Smart material, and my fine point blade is already installed, so I am ready to send this into cutting. This next piece is optional. You do not have to buy this in order to use the Cricut Smart material. It just definitely makes your life easier if you're going to be feeding a lot of Smart material into the machine. This is the matte side. and you want to load the shiny side down. So that's the shiny side. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to flip that back over. I'm going to insert the roll into the holder and just feed that through the holder. The holder does have a slicer on it, so you can cut it at the end. So you want to feed the vinyl into these white feet. So I'm going to continue pushing that through the holder and feed that through those little feet. I'm not sure what they're called. And on the next slide, I just wanted to show you guys, this is the blade housing, and now it's ready for feeding. I'm going to feed it through pressing that button. It's going to pull it in and measure the material to make sure there's enough. When the machine is done with this process, it will let you know, and then you just want to press that blinking start button to begin your cut. And here's a little visual of the cutting. This Cricut Maker 3 is pretty fast at cutting, and when it's done you just press the unload button to unload that, and it will send that back so you can get that out. And I'm going to use this slicer. Now it's time to transfer my design, but before I start weeding, I'm going to set up my heat press so it can heat up. I'm going to adjust the temperature and the pressing time. This does depend on the material. Materials can be different press times and temperatures, but I will link a cheat sheet in the description below for you guys. While that's heating up, I'm going to go ahead and start removing all of the vinyl that I don't want. This is called weeding, so I'm just going to take off the background, anything in the letters, such as the O's, the L's, the E's, anything like that. Any scrap pieces you can cut off and save for later. Once I get all of these small pieces out, I'm just going to lay this on my shirt. I do about 3 inches down is a good rule of thumb. And when that heat press is beeping at me, it's letting me know that it's ready. I'd get my heat press mat underneath to protect the tabletop. You can use a folded towel as well. I'm going to place the heat press over my vinyl and firmly hold it down for the required time. Then I'm going to go do the same thing on the other side. This vinyl is a cool peel, so that just means I'll have to let it cool down before I remove it. I don't want to remove it instantly while it's still hot. Of course, a little iced coffee break while that cools down. And then I'm just going to check the vinyl to see how it's doing. It's still sticky here, so I'm going to run over that with my mini heat press. With that, you want to just run over it. You don't hold it in place. So once that cools down, again, I do peel that away. Even with the mini heat press, since it is still a cool peel vinyl, you still want to let it cool down if you run over it again. So I'm just taking a look at my work, and I'm going to go try this on. I probably wished I made the font a little bigger, dragged it down a little more, but I'm still happy with it. I still love it, and I hope this video really helped you all. Please let me know if it did. And I can't wait to see what we craft next. See you in the next video.